Yo, you are locked in for a deep dive. And trust me, this isn't going to be your average story time.
Definitely not.
We snagged a wild one actually sent in by one of you listeners straight from our best of Redditor updates. That place is like gold.
It really is. You get the whole story, the drama, and the follow-up. Love it.
So our mission today, we're diving deep into this one. It's a journey.
It's absolutely bonkers, yeah. We're talking friendship, romance gone weird, and just, wow, the timing on this one.
Okay, let's get into it. So we have our OP original poster. She's early 30s.
Yep, early 30s, and she's literally 2 days away from her wedding day.
2 days. Engaged for over a year, together for 3. So, this is serious. Established.
Right, not some whirlwind thing they've put in the time. You'd think smooth sailing from here, mostly.
You would think, but no. 2 days out, she wakes up, checks her phone, and bam, huge text message.
Not from the fiance, though.
No, from her male best friend. And these two go way back, like freshman year of college back.
Wow, okay. So a long time. That's usually a pretty solid, safe kind of friendship, you know?
Usually. But this text, it's a bombshell. He confesses he's been in love with her for years.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And apparently he was just sort of waiting, hoping she'd break up with the fiance and finally notice him.
Yikes. That is a strategy, I guess. A terrible one.
And then he asks her to call off the wedding, ditch the guy she's marrying in 48 hours, and run away with him.
What way?
Swear down, said he needed to tell her before it was too late.
Too late was probably like a year ago, or, maybe before she sent out invitations. The timing is just nuts.
Completely nuts. It's so incredibly selfish, isn't it?
Totally. All about his feelings, zero thought about her, the fiance, the absolute chaos that would cause.
Yeah.
And via text.
Right. OP's reaction was basically feeling gross and sad. She had zero romantic feelings back, just platonic love, like a brother.
Which makes sense. And angry too, I bet. Timing alone is infuriating.
Oh, massively. But here's the kicker, the extra layer of awkward.
Uh-oh, there's more.
This best friend, he's also friends with the fiance. Like, they hang out.
Oh, man. Okay, that's rough. That's a double betrayal almost.
Exactly. So OP is stuck. How does she tell her fiance this? What does she even say back to the friend? Does she uninvite him? She's obviously gutted about losing the friendship too, but come on.
What a nightmare scenario. You want to keep your friend, but how can you after that? And you have to tell a fiance. It's just...
Her first plan was pretty straightforward, actually. Just wait till fiance gets home, hand him the phone, show him the text.
Rip the Band-Aid off. Probably the best way, honestly.
Yeah.
Direct.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump to the update. Because thankfully there is one, and it's actually good news.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried there for a sec.
Right. OP posted after they got back from their honeymoon, she's married.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did the fiance take the news? The text?
He was amazing, apparently. Obviously shocked and pretty pissed off at the friend, but his first move was to comfort OP. Told her it wasn't her fault at all, nothing to apologize for.
Wow. That's a good partner right there. No misplaced blame.
Yeah.
Just support.
Totally. He did admit he kind of suspected the friend might have a bit of a crush, but thought the guy was being respectful about it. Clearly not.
Yeah, clearly not. That respectful ship sailed and then blew up spectacularly.
And get this, OP was so worried he might think she'd led the friend on, she offered to let him read all their past messages.
Seriously.
Yeah. Just to prove there was no emotional affair, nothing shady. Turns out she'd been careful not to vent about her relationship problems to him. Smart move.
Very smart. Shows good boundaries on her part, and it probably made it easier for the fiancé to trust her completely.
So, the big question, did the friends still come to the wedding?
Oh yeah, what happened there?
OP decided she absolutely did not want him there. Too much risk of him causing a scene or just making things incredibly awkward.
Makes total sense. I wouldn't want that energy anywhere near my wedding day.
And the fiancé completely backed her up. United front.
Good. That's crucial.
So they sent him a message, kept it brief. Something like, sorry you misinterpreted our friendship. The wedding is absolutely happening and it would be best if you didn't come.
Ooh, direct. Did they mention the fiancé knew?
Yep. They made it clear OP had told him and that he supported her decision just to shut down any idea that he was the one forcing it.
Smart. Cut off any attempt by the friend to play the victim or drive a wedge.
And the friend's reply. He took his sweet time responding, which stressed OP out, naturally.
Yes, I can imagine. Just stewing on it.
Then he finally replies. And it's horrible. A super long, nasty text.
Oh, here you go.
Accused her of leading him on for 10 years, said he hoped her fiancé would leave her, and then this is just vile wish to infertility on them.
No, Are you serious? Infertility? That's beyond the pale. That's actually disgusting.
Right. OP was like crying reading it. It was that bad.
I don't blame her. What a venomous reaction. The entitlement is just staggering. His true colors really came out, huh?
Big time. But the fiance stepped right up, took her phone, blocked the guy on everything, texts, social media, the works,
Nice. Good move.
confirmed the friend definitely wasn't coming, and even gave the best man to maid of honor a heads up, like, keep an eye out for this guy just in case.
Proactive.
Yeah.
Smart. Taking control of the situation and protecting OP in their day.
Exactly. And OP said after reading that awful text, she wasn't sad at all about him not being there anymore. Felt like she dodged a massive bullet.
Oh, absolutely. More like a guided missile. Any lingering sadness about the friendship probably evaporated right then and there.
Totally. So the wedding went ahead, and it was great, happy, surrounded by people who actually loved and supported them.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
The best revenge is a happy wedding.
Pretty much. And the friend didn't show, no drama on the day itself.
Well, that's a relief. A happy ending after all that pre-wedding craziness.
Yeah, really happy with how it all shook out in the end, despite the mess.
So, just to wrap our heads around this roller coaster, best friend drops a love bomb 2 days before the wedding.
Fiancé steps up, proves he's a keeper.
Friend reacts like a complete maniac when rejected.
They block him, have an awesome wedding, and live happily ever after, minus one toxic ex-friend.
Pretty much sums it up. What a story. And it really does shine a light on, the complexities of these long-term platonic friendships, especially when feelings get messy.
Definitely. And the whole unspoken expectations thing, this guy clearly built up a whole fantasy in his head.
Right. And his reaction when reality didn't match the fantasy was, well, revealing. Shows how disappointment can curdle into something really ugly if you let it.
It also just screams communicate, doesn't it? Like if he'd maybe said something, anything, years earlier,
Yeah.
maybe it wouldn't have blown up quite so spectacularly.
Exactly. That decade of silence just let the pressure build. It became this huge, unmanageable thing instead of maybe just an awkward conversation way back when. Honesty, even when it's tough, is usually the better route.
And props to OP again for maintaining those boundaries. Her fiancé checking the messages and finding nothing. That says a lot about her integrity in that friendship.
Absolutely. And his trust in her, refusing to blame her for the friend's actions. That's key. That's the foundation you want.
So, the big takeaway for everyone listening, maybe take a second look at your own friendships. Are things really as clear as they seem? Any hidden feelings or assumptions floating around?
Yeah, it's a good prompt to think about communication and boundaries in all relationships, not just romantic ones. This was dramatic, obviously, but the core issues, honesty, respect, managing expectations, they apply everywhere.
And maybe how you'd react if someone threw a wrench that big into your life right before a major event. It really shows the importance of having good people, supportive people around you.
Definitely food for thought. It makes you wonder about those quiet dynamics, the things unsaid in our own circles, doesn't it? What's really going on beneath the surface?
Totally. Wild stuff. All right, that's our deep dive for today. We'll catch you next time for more explorations into the weird and wonderful world of human behavior.